Mainstream media outlets and social media are full of reports that on February the 7th, hundreds of Russian private military contractors, PMCs, died in US-led coalition airstrikes on pro-government forces in the province of Deir ez-Zor. Various sources provide different numbers, but one of the most popular versions is that between 100 and 600 PMCs were killed. So, what is going on? On February the 8th, the US-led coalition released a statement saying that on February the 7th it had struck pro-regime forces, attacking Syrian Democratic Forces headquarters in the Euphrates Valley. According to local sources, the US strikes hit the positions of pro-government forces near the village of Hasham. The Conoco gas facility and the nearby Jaffa oil field were reportedly the targets of the alleged attack. The US military described its actions as defensive. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis even claimed that the incident doesn't mean that Washington is getting engaged in the Syrian civil war. The Pentagon also said that it had informed the Russians via the deconfliction line in advance of the attack, and that no Russian personnel were there. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, the US-led coalition struck local militia conducting a military operation against ISIS cells in the area of Al-Isbah. 25 militiamen were killed in the incident. Meanwhile, the pro-government Arab tribe Al-Baqarah announced in an official statement that dozens of its sons were killed in the US strikes, but without providing a precise number. Later, on February the 11th, the ISIS hunters of the 5th Assault Corps of the Syrian Arab Army said that on February the 7th they had repelled a joint attack from ISIS and the SDF on Hasham, and that this had caused the US attack. The unit added that they had lost 20 fighters in the strikes. The ISIS hunters are known for their links to Russian PMCs. But there is another side to the story. On February the 7th and on February the 8th, the English-speaking mainstream media, like Politico, Reuters, CNN, were spreading reports that over 100 pro-Assad fighters were killed in the US strikes. All the reports were based on anonymous sources and were mixed with statements from the Pentagon and the Defense Secretary to look more reliable. According to these reports, a group of 300 to 500 government fighters, backed up by battle tanks and artillery, were involved in the alleged attack on the SDF. On February the 8th, some infamous figures and media outlets of the Russian media sphere started spreading reports that Russian PMCs had suffered mass casualties in the February the 7th incident. The conflicting reports, also based on anonymous sources, included estimates such as 2 truckloads of dead bodies, 10 to 20 killed, 100, 200, 300, 600. On February the 10th, the Russian telegram channel War Gonzo posted 5 audio recordings of an alleged conversation among 3 PMCs. One of the voices provides the number of 177 killed. These audio recordings had also been received by a number of Russian journalists since February the 7th and were most likely a forgery. By February the 14th, reports had settled at a general number of 10 to 600 dead PMCs. Meanwhile, the analysis of open information, including reports from relatives and friends of the PMCs involved in the operation, allowed all the concerned sides to find out that 5 Russians reportedly died in the aforementioned period. However, no details are available. Independent journalists also noted that no aircraft which could have been involved in the transfer of the killed and injured PMCs had been spotted at Khmeimim Air Base since February the 7th. South Front correspondents and sources in Damascus and Deir ez-Zor are also not able to confirm information regarding hundreds of killed PMCs. South Front's military experts, aware of the situation, say that the possible number of casualties could be higher than 5, but no more than 15 to 20. The entire story about mass casualties of the Russian PMCs is based on unconfirmed and fake data, which includes a few real facts like the US strikes, some PMC casualties, and the participation of the ISIS hunters in the incident. The rest is an orchestrated campaign in keeping with the best traditions of propaganda, the goals of which would be to show that the US is able to fight back against the Russians in Syria. Russia is not able to defend its interests, and the Kremlin is not concerned over killed Russian citizens, or is not able to carry out any payback.
ده
جت الطيارة يا شباب، جت الطيارة. يا لطيف بدل 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 بدل. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. أنتم معنا ولا معهم؟ أنتم معنا ولا معهم؟ أنتم معهم ولا معهم؟
شلون عبدو؟
رجلك شايف كيف عم تضني؟
شايف.
الله أكبر والعزة لله. الله أكبر الله أكبر. يا الله يا الله. الله أكبر الله أكبر على حسب الحكي. الله أكبر الله أكبر. اللهم اجعلها يا رب اقتحام على دير بلوط جنب عفرين. الله أكبر والعزة لله. الله أكبر.
يا الله بسم الله يا الله. البيوت تأخذوا.
شوي لا لا حدا يضرب زمان شفت مشاهد. تأكد من الباب. ما حدا يضرب. الله أكبر. هذه أعلام صالح مسلم والميليشيات بي كي كي والبي واي دي. الله أكبر. تحت أقدام المجاهدين. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. وما النصر إلا من عند الله. وما النصر إلا من عند الله. الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
تكبير.
الله أكبر. يلا خيي انت بتروح هيك وانا بروح هيك. يلا يلا انا ضربه هيك على الماشي. ايه خي يلا بسم الله بس لا تضرب وراي. القايد من أبطال فيلق الشام يقتحم على سلة دير بلوط والآن حامد انسحاب من الحدث البيكيكي من التل. الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الحمد لله رب العالمين. تم السيطرة على سلة دير بلوط.
في موجودين بالنفق.
ايوه
بس عدشا ما بيطلعوا
تحت في النفق. ممكن
لان عندهم انفاق بين الابراج، بين كل برج وبرج في نفق تحت الارض. الابراج كلها موصوله مع بعضها.
طبعا
كل
معروف.
برج
صح
وبرج في
صح
نفق.
الحكي مزبوط صح. يعني حتى نحن يعني من رابط صرنا يعني فتره طويله وما تشوف ولا عسكري منه ولا بتشوف حتى في التبديل يعني ما بتشوف.
آنها شروان یپکی و یپجه عربه یک دوش که ین چتان رو خاندان دیرو که هیرو حشت ثبات
اگه بالافره که کشفه ارتشا ترکا داگیر کرد کج آلی شروان و العفرین هاته خستن دیپاسی ها سلاحlı insansız hava aracı evci enkazı و یهون دبینه
أنا عزازة محمد داردور عزاز إذا دولة تركيا داير كر مدنية شوارع وق مرتل كارتيني جخوارا وق بارجها كأفاكربون نوردا توبافجن خوا إسلاح جراند شغلاندن همان دملا تانك دبابة شرطان يا فرجع أرمانج جرتن وقت كوش قيادة كذاتهم ده أنجام ده بسلاح جران بتشالكي كي بسلاح جران هاتي كرن أو بارجاه بتمامي هات روخاندن وقت اونجا دبینها جابخانه واد طرف جوا آگر دیگره تمامی جابخانه دا جابخانه و سلاح کوته دا گشتی تمامی هات روخاندن
للعدو التركي. شباب دروع الزهراء تدمر آلي للعدو التركي. يا زهراء يا زهراء يا زهراء يلا 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 يلا
Salam.